Vintage-style farmhouse cottage decorating ideas. Tips and tricks to create the perfect rustic vibe. Welcome to our channel. If you've ever dreamed of turning your home into a cozy, rustic retreat, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into vintage farmhouse cottage decorations tips and tricks that will help you create the perfect rustic vibe in every room. Whether it's adding vintage accents, incorporating farmhouse charm, or mixing rustic elements, we've got you covered with simple, stylish ideas to elevate your space. If you love creating a cozy, inviting atmosphere at home, make sure to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more amazing tips and tricks to transform your home. Let's get started. Cozy vintage farmhouse living room. Step into a space where comfort and nostalgia meet. This cozy vintage farmhouse living room is designed to bring warmth and charm into any home. Picture a soft linen sofa adorned with vintage floral cushions, inviting you to sink in and relax. The distressed wooden coffee table serves as the room's centerpiece, while the rustic bookshelf, stacked with antique books and trinkets, tells the story of generations past. The soft, worn-out area rug in earthy tones ties everything together, while the vintage chandelier with Edison bulbs adds just the right amount of warm, inviting light, making this space perfect for relaxing or gathering with loved ones. Sunlight filters through rustic wooden beams, casting a warm glow over tufted cushions and weathered bookshelves. A plush sofa, adorned with floral and textured pillows, invites quiet moments, while a sturdy coffee table holds curated treasures. Soft candlelight flickers beside antique decor, weaving nostalgia into every detail, creating an elegant retreat of timeless comfort. Rustic kitchen with vintage farmhouse touches. A kitchen that feels like home. This rustic farmhouse kitchen is a dream come true for anyone who loves vintage decor. Wooden open shelving displays mason jars filled with herbs, vintage mugs, and rustic cutting boards, adding character and functionality to the space. The farmhouse sink, nestled under lace curtain windows, evokes a sense of timelessness. A vintage-style clock adds a bit of old-world charm, while a rustic wooden table set for a cozy meal completes the picture, making this kitchen both practical and full of farmhouse appeal. Warm wooden textures and antique cookware set the stage for a nostalgic kitchen retreat. Copper pots gleam under soft light, while open shelves showcase charming ceramics and heirloom treasures. A patterned rug adds cozy character beneath the central island, where rustic drawers hold neatly stacked essentials. Thoughtful layers of greenery and framed prints bring history and warmth to the inviting space. Farmhouse Cottage entryway with vintage decor. The entryway is the first impression of your home, and this farmhouse cottage entryway with vintage decor does not disappoint. A distressed wooden console table sits beneath a large vintage mirror with a weathered frame, reflecting the natural light pouring through the windows. A vase of wildflowers in a mason jar adds a touch of freshness and color. A woven rug lays on the floor, welcoming guests with its textured charm. Rustic touches like a coat rack with vintage hats and scarves make this entryway feel lived in and full of warmth, setting the tone for the rest of the home. Sunlight spills over the weathered wooden dresser, its surface adorned with delicate florals and antique lanterns. A patterned rug softens the rustic floor, leading guests into a space where nostalgia lingers in every detail. Framed botanical prints and woven baskets add layers of charm, while the soft glow of a vintage lamp invites warmth and timeless elegance into the welcoming retreat. Charming bedroom with farmhouse vintage accents. This farmhouse bedroom is the perfect retreat after a long day. The weathered wooden bed frame, adorned with a soft floral duvet and lace pillows, invites you to unwind in style. Antique accents like a vintage wooden wardrobe with intricate carvings and a tarnished gold-framed mirror complete the room's rustic elegance. A braided rug on the floor adds texture, and the overall ambience is peaceful and cozy. This bedroom is where rustic charm meets vintage comfort, perfect for a good night's sleep. Morning light filters through lace curtains, casting a soft glow over a weathered wooden bed. A floral quilt, layered with plush pillows, invites relaxation. Delicate ceramic vases hold dried lavender, filling the air with a nostalgic scent. Botanical prints adorn the walls, while antique furniture whispers stories of time-worn elegance, creating a cozy retreat of warmth and charm. rustic vintage farmhouse dining area. The dining room is the heart of family gatherings, and this rustic vintage farmhouse dining area captures that essence beautifully. The reclaimed wood dining table, surrounded by mismatched chairs, creates a casual yet charming atmosphere. Vintage crockery, floral plates, and glass jars filled with fresh flowers adorn the table, setting the stage for intimate meals. Above, a vintage chandelier adds a warm glow to the space, while the soft lighting from hanging lanterns makes this dining room feel like a cozy haven for food and conversation. Soft candlelight dances over the weathered wooden table, casting a cozy glow on carefully arranged ceramics and wildflower-filled mason jars. Wicker baskets brimming with fresh linens rest beside antique chairs, each piece whispering stories of time-worn charm. Layered textures, warm hues, and thoughtful accents create a welcoming retreat where nostalgia meets everyday elegance. Grand vintage farmhouse cottage porch. Imagine relaxing on this welcoming farmhouse porch, where vintage charm greets you at the door. The vintage wooden swing, draped with floral cushions, gently sways in the breeze, inviting you to sit back and relax. A small wooden table holds a vintage tea set, with wildflower bouquets placed in mason jars, adding a touch of rustic elegance. The weathered door, adorned with a handmade welcome sign, sets the tone for the warmth and coziness that fills this vintage farmhouse porch, making it the perfect spot for sipping tea and enjoying nature. Golden afternoon light spills onto the weathered wooden bench, framed by cascading greenery and terracotta pots. Soft lanterns flicker beside black shutters, casting a welcoming glow. A textured rug and wicker accents weave nostalgia into the open-air retreat. Thoughtful layers of rustic elements create a timeless outdoor sanctuary, perfect for quiet reflections and breezy gatherings. Farmhouse kitchen with vintage accessories. This farmhouse kitchen is full of character, thanks to its vintage accessories and rustic touches. The vintage range cooker and colorful ceramic jars create a homely, inviting atmosphere. Wooden shelves showcase antique kitchen tools, and a collection of vintage kitchen scales and old-fashioned kettles add charm to the space. A woven basket filled with fresh produce sits on the counter, completing the look of a kitchen that is both functional and filled with vintage charm, ready for family meals and culinary adventures. Sunlight spills over time-worn wooden shelves, where ceramic dishes and antique cookware nestle among rustic charm. A cozy rug softens the floor beneath an inviting island, rich with patina. The warmth of handcrafted details, from weathered cabinets to gleaming brass handles, transforms the space into a nostalgic retreat, a testament to simple elegance and thoughtful artistry. Rustic farmhouse bathroom with vintage elements. Step into this rustic farmhouse bathroom where vintage elements shine through every detail. The freestanding clawfoot tub, a timeless piece, invites you to relax and unwind in luxury. A vintage vanity with an old-fashioned sink and a distressed mirror adds to the room's charm. Baskets for storage and a floral shower curtain lend a soft, rustic touch to the space. This bathroom combines practicality with vintage elegance, making it a perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Soft candlelight flickers against aged wood, casting a warm glow over the cozy retreat. A brass faucet gleams above the porcelain basin, framed by wicker baskets brimming with plush towels. Dried florals rest in delicate glass jars, adding a nostalgic charm. Every detail, from weathered shelves to the soft patina of time, transforms the space into a tranquil haven of rustic elegance. Vintage farmhouse cottage garden decor. A farmhouse garden is a peaceful retreat, and this vintage cottage garden decor brings that vision to life. The garden shed, adorned with vintage farm tools hanging on the walls, creates a rustic focal point. Potted plants and old milk cans add an earthy, nostalgic vibe, while a weathered bench invites you to sit and enjoy the beauty of nature. A handmade wooden birdhouse and a vintage watering can complete the scene, making this garden the perfect blend of rustic functionality and vintage charm. Sun-kissed mornings unfold in a picturesque garden adorned with rustic charm. Weathered wooden furniture sets the stage for quiet reflections, while cascading greenery and delicate potted blooms breathe life into the scene. The soft glow of lanterns and thoughtfully placed stone pathways weave a story of warmth and nostalgia, inviting moments of peace and inspiration. Farmhouse-inspired home office with vintage details. This farmhouse-inspired home office is a perfect mix of vintage elegance and rustic charm. The vintage wooden desk, adorned with mismatched chairs, creates a welcoming workspace. Antique writing supplies, including a vintage typewriter and brass letter opener, are displayed on the desk, adding character and history to the room. A rustic wooden bookshelf holds old books and vintage decor items, while soft lighting from an antique desk lamp creates a warm atmosphere. This home office invites creativity and productivity in a space that feels timeless and inspiring. Soft morning light streams through the window, illuminating a cozy workspace where rustic charm meets timeless elegance. The distressed wooden desk, paired with antique accents, invites creativity. A plush throw drapes over the leather chair, adding warmth, while carefully arranged dried flowers and books create a serene atmosphere. Thoughtful placement of natural textures enhances the inviting retreat.